Hello children, good morning to all of you. Today we will discuss about the use of doping in sports activity. Dear students, the doping which are used in sports to enhance the performance of the athlete, because it is one kind of drugs which boost the individuals to have the better performance in sports activity. So here, as we see that the using of these doping, which has been strictly banned by the International Olympic Committee, because it is a drugs which is very strictly prohibited. So dear students, it is a prohibited substances which always create a method to improve the sports performance, because the dopings which are used as a drugs or blood products in order to improve the sports performance. Because the dopings is the drugs which are very strictly prohibited in sports activities. Why it is been prohibited? Because it is considered the unethical things and it is having the health issues with these athletes. Due to that, this International Olympic Committee, who has banned the use of drugs in sports activity. Though the dopings or the drugs which is enhancing the performance of the sportsman or the athlete, but it is considered the unethical usage. That is the reasons the International Olympic Committee has strictly banned the using of drugs in sports activity. So why the International Olympic Committee has banned this doping in sports activity? Due to several reasons. Number one, as we see that it is to make the dope-free clean sports. Second, it is causing the health issues and to create the equal opportunities for athletes. The International Olympic Committee has strictly prohibited or banned the use of drugs or to have the uses of doping in sports activity. Though this using of doping, which is increasing the performance, but due to all these unethical issues, health issues, creating a fair opportunities for each and every athletes, the drugs which are strictly banned by the International Olympic Committee in sports activity. So dear students, as the doping which are taken during these training sessions and at the same time during the competitions which are happened, during that time mostly the athletes, the sportsmen, they use the drugs to increase their performances. There are so many types of doping which are given below. As we see that these drugs administrations, there are various types of drugs which can be used by the athletes to enhance the performance, and these drugs are chemicals as well as the synthetic products which are such as the stimulant such as the amphetamines, the caffeine, then the ephedrine, and in second category we see the narcotics such as the morphine, opium, heroin, methadone, cocaine, and in third category we see the steroids such as anabolic steroids, the estradiol. All these are considered the part of the chemicals as well as the synthetic products which is coming under the category of doping. So dear students, as we are talking about the types of doping, already we have discussed still the third types of doping, and let us talk about the fourth types of doping. So here the dopings which are used in the growth of hormones, which are such as the somatotropin and peptide hormone, and in fifth category it is the beta blockers which are such as the beta adrenergic blocking agents, and in sixth category it is the diuretics such as the acetozolamide as well as the aspirin, and in the second category of doping we are talking about the blood doping. So dear children, the dopings has three types. Already we have talked about the first category of doping, and right now we are going to talk about the second category, which is called the blood doping. It is also named as erythropoietin. In short form it is called EPO. It may or may not be involved in the use of drugs, and in the blood doping it is the process of increasing the red blood cells, in short form RBCs, by administrations of the blood transfusion. So when the amount is increased, the RBCs, which helps in strength and endurance activities. So dear students, in these blood dopings, when the athletes they are using the blood dopings, so what it is doing, it is increasing the amount of RBCs, and when the RBCs is increasing, it is helping the strength as well as the endurance of activities. And the last type of doping, which is in C category, which is called gene doping. So this gene doping, it is defined as non-therapeutic use cells, genes, genetic elements, or the modifications of gene. It is to enhance the sports performance, and at the same time it is actually altering the individual human DNA index. So dear children, in this topic we have tried to learn the use of dopings as well as the use of drugs in different kind of Olympics or different kind of sports activity. So these dopings are used by the athletes to improve and to have the best performance in sports activity, and when they use these dopings, it is always helping the athlete to improve their performance, and after doing that they are having the best performance in sports activity. But due to the unethical issues, the risk of health, or to create the equal opportunities for all, the International Olympic Committee, which has strictly banned the use of topping in sports as well as in different kind of games activity. Thank you so much for listening to me.